Sorry about that, yes. Hey Leo. I don't know why. I didn't know I was recording. I had a bit of a strange thing. I thought, am I recording or not? But I am. Yeah, so Leo, thank you so much for visiting. And if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, as I always say, or leave a comment. You might not want to after that funny introduction. But anyway, I'm here anyway, and I'm here to do your reading, whether it's weird or strange or whatever. So yes, I'm just going to start your reading for Leo. I'm sorry about that. The first card you have, your past, is the Emperor. Yes, so the Emperor's very forceful. He's very, he has his armor on. He's ready to move. He's kind of, sometimes he can be quite set in his ways. So I'm seeing that, yes, I'm actually seeing there could have been an argument. There could have been an argument between you and someone else, or a disagreement or something like that. I'm seeing that you could have been trying to actually make someone see reason about something. Someone had some idea about something, or they were doing something that you didn't think was the right thing, and you were trying to tell them. You were trying to kind of make them see sense or something like that. And yes, you might have actually been a bit pushy, a bit pushy with this. Don't be angry. Maybe you pushed this a bit far, actually. Even if you didn't mean to, that's what you were doing, or that's how this person saw you. So they were really kind of stuck in this way of thinking. They could have been doing something that was actually quite harmful to themselves, or maybe they were doing something that wasn't right for them, and you could see that, and you were trying to tell them that, but they weren't listening to you. They were kind of set in their ways. So with this Emperor, I'm seeing this going two ways. I'm seeing they were set in their ways. They were kind of refusing to change. They had this set idea about things, and you also had this idea about them, and you were trying to kind of force things on them. Not in a bad way, because I'm seeing that, you know, you cared about this person. You just wanted them to think differently about whatever they were doing. But I'm not seeing this person changing, actually, because this is the Emperor. They're not going to change. And yes, you probably pushed things a bit too far, but you did care for them, and you still care for this person. You probably do still care for this person. And, you know, they weren't seeing this. They weren't seeing that you cared for them. They probably weren't seeing that you were trying to help them either. They probably just thought that, you know, maybe you're against them, or you're trying to attack them or something. And that's what happens when people are set in their ways and they don't want to change. If someone comes along and says, you know, maybe that's not right, I'll tell you this other point of view, and they think that that's an attack. Not everyone, but this can happen quite often. No, I'm right. Don't you dare say that. But they're not actually listening properly to what you're saying. And that's what I'm seeing is happening here. So, yes, this is in your past, but if this resonates, and if you're still trying to talk to this person, you might just have to let this go, because I'm seeing, you know, they're not going to change. This is the Emperor. They're set in their ways. They're not changing. They're determined to do whatever they're doing. That's what I'm seeing, or they were at this time. So, you know, some people just need to learn from their own experiences. That's all. It's very hard. That's a harder lesson. I mean, if you don't listen to someone that, you know, really cares about you and can see things, and you have to learn it from experience, that's a much harder lesson. But sometimes, you know, sometimes your greatest mistake is your best lesson. And that's probably what's going to happen with this person. The next card you have, your past, is the Knight of Swords. So yes, this is how they saw you. This is how this person saw you. Pushing in, you know, rushing toward them with your sword, you know, trying to change them, attacking them even. You weren't trying to attack them, of course you weren't, but I'm just getting this feeling of urgency as well around whatever this was. So I am seeing they probably were trying to, or they probably were doing something that was harming themselves, or something that was really bad for them, because you were feeling quite urgent about this. You wanted to tell them this quite urgently, trying to stop them. And yes, you were right to warn them, of course you were. But whatever you said was kind of lost in the delivery. It was kind of lost on them. Maybe you were a bit too forceful, because I'm seeing that you were pushing them quite hard, but this was because you really felt that this was a serious situation. That's what I'm seeing. But they weren't seeing that. They weren't hearing your words. They were just seeing you come forward, and they were seeing you as attacking them. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have, your past, is the Five of Pentacles. So yes, this is the card of being left out, and upset and a bit destitute. Sometimes it can be about lack of money, it can be about all sorts of things. I'm seeing that this is about wasted time. This is about being sad about wasted time. That's what I'm seeing here. You could have been feeling as if you wasted your time on someone. I'm seeing this is probably a love situation, and you're waiting for someone to change. That's what I'm seeing. You're waiting for someone to change in some way, and you're on the outside looking in. You're wanting this person to change, and they weren't doing that. And you were trying to look into this beautiful stained glass window, but maybe it was maybe this person was putting on a show, because I'm seeing that this person, in the beginning, when you first knew them or when you first became involved with them, they were quite happy to come, to be with you. They wanted to communicate with you. Maybe they were quite passionate toward you. Maybe they were just quite lovely toward you. And then that changed. But then they weren't saying, I'm not interested in you. They might have put on some sort of show for you, some sort of beautiful showy show. Because if you look at this stained glass window, it's very, very beautiful. It's the only beautiful light in this whole card. So it's very showy, it's very beautiful, it's very bright. Sometimes stained glass windows aren't functional either. They don't open. So this person might not have been opening themselves to you. Maybe they were there at the beginning, but then you tried to get close to them and then they weren't opening up to you. It might be something like that. And yes, maybe you're realizing that this might never happen with this person at this time. And you might just have to move on from them as well if they're not changing. This is very, very sad, because I'm seeing that at the beginning it was quite different. But as things progressed, they might have actually even been playing games with you, putting on their beautiful show of the beautiful window and saying, look at me, I'm lovely, I do care about you, I do. But then kind of not opening themselves properly to you. You're trying to open this window, you're trying to come inside. Look at these two people, they're very sad, they're in the snow. They'd love to go inside where it's warm and beautiful and lovely. There's probably people to help them in there, there's probably food, warmth, all these things, shelter. They can't get inside, and that's what I'm seeing happen to you. You couldn't get inside them. They weren't opening themselves to you, but they were in the beginning. But then they weren't totally closed off either. They might have been kind of playing you along a bit, which is really frustrating. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have here present is the Knight of Wands. So yes, look at this knight. He's trying to control this horse. This horse is completely wild. It's jumping up and down, and this knight cannot control it. He's kind of thinking, oh, what am I going to do with this crazy horse jumping up and down? I want to go this way, but I can't. It won't let me. It's just all over the place. And this could be how this person in this Five of Pentacles made you feel. Crazy, out of control emotionally. And you're sitting waiting for a sign. You're waiting for this person to change. And when this happens, you can start to drive yourself crazy. You can start reading into things that they're doing, reading into things that they're saying. They might look at you a certain way and you think, oh, what does that mean? They might send you a text and put a heart on. You think, oh, maybe that means they care about me. Oh, but then they've ignored me. Maybe they don't. And you can send yourself crazy trying to work out what's going on with them, looking for signs, looking for things like that. I'm also seeing that you felt very passionate toward this person at one time. This can be, this Knight of Wands can be about passion, but then it was fleeting. So in the beginning, same as I was seeing in the Five of Pentacles, in the beginning you had a nice start with them, things were positive, and then maybe they kind of cooled off, but they weren't exactly showing you that. They were giving you all sorts of crazy mixed messages, and you just didn't know where you were with this person. It was completely crazy making, and that's why this horse is out of control crazy. That's how your feelings are, that's how they are. So yes, you weren't getting the whole of this person, you were only getting a part of them. They were kind of playing with you, I think. That's what I'm seeing. And when they kept on changing, that changed you. That changed your emotion. That changed the way you were. You completely turned into this kind of crazy, nervous wreck. I'm sorry about that. and this was because of them. So you know you don't want to feel like this. You don't want to feel out of control all the time. You don't want to feel like a crazy wreck. Nobody wants to feel like that. So you're going to have to lose this person if you don't want to feel like that. Because even if they come back and they change, and they come back and say, well, I'm changing, I'm not like that anymore, I really do want you, I'm going to show you this. You know what they're capable of. They were like this before. You don't want a repeat of it. And you might get back together with them. You might have this relationship with them. But there's always going to be this thing in the back of your mind thinking, are they going to do this again? They're capable of it. They've done it before. They might do it again. And you'll always be kind of walking on eggshells, worrying about when they're going to suddenly change. And that's no way to be. That's no way to be. I can't tell you what to do. That's just what I'm seeing here. The next card you have, your present, is the Magician. So yes, I love this card. This is one of my favourite cards. This and the Fool. A couple of others, but I love the Magician. So yes, definitely there are some things that you'd really love to achieve. There are some things you'd really love to manifest. To do this, you're going to have a clear head, which means either moving on from this person or, putting aside your emotions in some way. You're going to have to concentrate if you want to manifest things. That's the only way to do this. And it's not easy. It's not easy to have a clear head when your emotions are out of control, like this crazy horse in the Knight of Wands. So, yes, you're either going to have to move on from this person, or you're going to have to try and put your feelings aside, which I don't think, if you're still in this situation with this person, I don't think you're going to be able to do this. I think they're always going to be playing with you a bit. You're always going to feel all over the place, and you're not going to be able to concentrate properly on what you want yourself. So what I'm seeing here is you have the intelligence, you have a lot of intelligence, you have a lot of knowledge, you have all of these things, and that's what the Magician has. You are able to achieve what you want, but I'm still seeing that your emotions could be in the way, they could be clouding everything else, and of course that's what happens when you're in this crazy situation. So if you move on from this person, which is what I think you really should do, take your time to get your emotions under control, because even if you do move on, it's going to take some time for you to get over this person. It always takes time for that to happen. And your intelligence and your brains and your smarts and your knowledge and everything, they're always going to be there. You're always going to have this intelligence. You're always going to have this ability to manifest. It's not going to go away. If you look at this Magician, he has an infinity symbol. It's right above his head. That's where his brains are. That's what you have. You're going to have your brains forever. You're going to have your knowledge forever. It's not going to go away. And just because you're clouded by these crazy feelings, that doesn't mean that your intelligence has gone away. It might feel like it if you're crazy, if you feel crazy, but it's always there. You're just going to have to get rid of these feelings, move on from this person. That's going to take time. But once you've done that, you'll have the clarity to be able to manifest what you want. So yes, take your time. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And then when you're over this and you're back in a calm state, you'll be able to manifest what you want. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have, your present, is Death. So yes, of course, again, the Death card is about transformation. It's about fresh new starts. It's also about letting go of something, letting something die so that you can move on. Here we are again. You know what I'm about to say. Let go of this person. Let go of the feelings that are clouding your head so that you can transform and you can manifest what you want with the Magician. But you're going to have to let go of this person first. I can always say that let go of your emotions, but I don't think you're going to be able to do that unless you're rid of this person. I'm sorry. I don't want to tell you to get rid of people, but that's what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing. This can take time to let go of your emotions. This can take time to get over things, but it takes as long as it takes. There's no time limit. I keep on seeing that. You might be worried that, oh, I'm stuck in this situation with this person and I'm stuck in my feelings and I can't get over them. Every time I wake up, I think about them. Every time I go to bed, I think about them. I can't think about anything else. Eventually, this will change. It might feel like you'll be in this forever. You won't. You definitely won't. You'll always have this manifestation ability. in the Magician, because I can see this infinity symbol over his head. The first card you have for your future is the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful card. Here we are. Beautiful card. Fantastic card. You are able to manifest this thing that you want to manifest. I'm seeing that. This is in the Magician. I'm actually seeing two main things. I'm seeing two main things that you want to manifest. There are other smaller things around these as well, so there might be different steps that you have to take toward getting those two things, or it might be other smaller things around that. But there are a few different things, but there are two main things I'm seeing that you want to manifest. So yes, there are steps leading to other steps. Small steps, small opportunities leading to bigger opportunities. One of these bigger opportunities is a financial opportunity. But when I'm looking at this Ace of Pentacles and I look at this beautiful hand coming out of the sky with this beautiful gift for you, it is a gift for you, but you're going to have to come toward it and take it. You're going to have to see the opportunities. You're going to have to step forward. You're going to have to do some work, take those steps, to accept this beautiful gift. And then as you accept it, you're still going to have to work toward, building that up, letting that lead to other opportunities, bigger ones, and then you'll eventually get to these two main ones that you want. You're going to have to do some work to get this. You're going to have to, first of all, see that they're there, find where they are, recognize what they are, work toward them, do some work. This is a beautiful gift that's going to come into you, but it's not just going to fall out of the sky. You can't just sit in the bath eating ice cream and it's going to fall on your head. No, you're going to have to do some work, put some work in to get there. Now, it's not horrible, hard, terrible, difficult work. You're not going to be on a treadmill 24 hours a day, bashing your head against a wall. It's going to be okay. It's going to be work that you can do because you have the knowledge, you have the Magician, you have the ability, you can do this. But you are going to have to put some work in. Part of doing that work is letting go of these emotions in the Knight of Wands. That's what you're going to have to do. I know I'm repeating myself, but I keep on seeing the same things. The next card you have in future is the Two of Wands. So again, this is about waiting. This is about thinking about moving forward, thinking about accepting these gifts, thinking about what you want. So this is kind of like a transition time between when you're feeling all caught up in your emotions in the Knight of Wands. Then you're thinking about, I want to transform myself and I want to get what I want in the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician. Then you have this kind of waiting period where you're kind of getting over things. You know it's going to take time. You're getting over things, thinking about things, reflecting on everything, and this happens before you move forward. So if you look at this man on this card, he has the world in his hands. He knows he's capable of manifesting whatever he wants. He's looking out over this beautiful scenery and he's thinking, I have the whole world in front of me. I can have whatever I want. But I'm not ready to move forward yet. He's not walking forward. He's standing there. So he's kind of just hesitant, but he's not hesitant because he doesn't want to do it. He's hesitant because he knows he's not quite ready. He's not quite in the right frame of mind. So that's this kind of transition period you're going to be in at this time. You're going to be clearing your head before you take up these opportunities, which is really good. I can see you're going to be doing this now. And yes, it just takes time to get over your emotions sometimes if you're breaking up with someone or if you're moving forward from a situation. It takes time. It takes me forever to get over things. If I'm in a serious relationship, I'm getting over it. It takes me forever. Believe me, it can take forever and ever and ever. And it feels like it's going to take forever when you're in it. You wake up in the morning, you feel dread. You think, oh, another day, I'm still going through this terrible thing. You drag yourself through your day. You go try to sleep at night and you can't stop thinking. Eventually what will happen is you'll wake up one day and you'll feel okay, and then a while later you'll wake up and you'll feel good, and then you'll be able to listen to music that you haven't been able to listen to for a long time because it hurt you, but now you can. These are stages you have to go through. It takes however long it takes, but don't worry about how long it takes, because you're going to have these opportunities and this knowledge. When you're ready, they're going to come for you. You're going to have this in infinity, as I was saying with the Magician. I won't repeat myself again. The last card you have for your future is the King of Wands. So yes, here we are. this is after you've gone through this transition stage. You're going to have this focus, you're going to have this drive, you're going to be pushing forward, you will have this focus. And I'm hearing the word flow actually. So you're going to have this amazing flow. And flow is like, you know, when you're in the middle of something, you're working on something. Usually this is creativity. If you're writing, if you are doing a painting, if you're acting, if you're singing, or you're doing music or whatever you're doing, you can be in the flow of something. And time can just go past and you're in this amazing flow. You're so productive, you get all of this done. So this is what's going to happen. So I'm seeing that eventually you're going to get these opportunities. You'll get over whatever this is. I don't know when, it might take some time. I keep on seeing it might take some time in this, but it doesn't matter, don't worry about that. Then you will be in this amazing flow. And once you're in that flow, you will push past everything. You will get what you want. You're going to start accelerating everything. That's what I'm seeing in the King of Wands. This is a fantastic future for you. Eventually, once you've gotten over this crazy, terrible kind of emotional feeling. I'm not making any sense. I'm just going to stop here. So Leo, I hope this resonated. As you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone, and also sometimes they can be reversed. If you're not sure what I mean by that, just ask me in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I already have some comments asking me about this and I haven't gotten around to them yet, but I will do that, I promise. And again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching.